Let's talk about the highlights of our program. Each edition of the Hope Business Program builds on a story about a woman who participates in a Hope Business Program group. The story follows the character from hopeless to hopeful. It shows the steps she takes to learn about business practices and how she applies what she learns to her own situation. The Hope Business Program compares starting a business to planting and growing a garden. Like flourishing gardens, thriving businesses are set up for success or failure before the business's first day of operation. The first stage is to prepare. During this stage, the student focuses on identifying a big hope, an idea for her business, and the ways it might improve and impact her life. Stage 2 is to plan. Planning is vital. The planning stage includes creating a business plan and a vision, setting your business apart from others, learning basic marketing concepts, record keeping, saving, communicating effectively, and learning from others. Stage 3 is to plant. The new business launches. If your group is approved for loans from Get Hope Global, they receive loan funds at this stage. Stage 4 is to nurture. It's important to carefully care for a garden. Likewise, it is important to know how to care for a new big hope. Students learn about customer service during the nurture stage. Stage 5, grow. Your group will learn that caring for themselves is an important part of growing a business. They will also learn how to persevere, setting the business up for long-term success. Stage 6, reflect. New business owners learn how to use what they've learned wisely and how to identify what is yet to be done. Stage 7, harvest. See what you've accomplished. Stage 8, celebrate. Celebrate the good things that have already been done. Every student will create an individual business plan, piece by piece, as she progresses through the prepare and plan chapters of the program. They will present business plans to the rest of the group midway through the course. Creating the business plan includes 5 steps for each student. First, choose a business that is needed in your community and learn all you can about it, unless you already have an existing business. Second, identify your vision, your big hope, and take steps to make it happen. Third, identify what makes your business different from others. Fourth, create a marketing plan. Fifth, keep good business records. Now we're ready to look through the curriculum. All 3 editions begin with an overview. The overview will help you find your way around the curriculum, understand Hope's unique approach, and help you form and lead your group. It is well worth the time to read the overview carefully before you read through the curriculum. Notes. Instructions for teaching each session begin with a page of notes. The notes will guide you as you prepare to teach the session. The notes contain the preview or overview, specifically note, supplies, Bible lesson, and support material sections. Preview or overview. This part lists the focus of the session. Specifically note. The specifically note section provides important instructions and information you need as you prepare for the session. Supplies. This is a list of supplies you'll need for this session. Bible lesson. The character trait focus for this session is highlighted here. Instructional support material and graphics. Supplemental materials are in a separate section at the end of your curriculum manual. The support materials section tells you which materials you will need for the lesson. It also tells you whether you will need a copy for each member of your group or one for the entire group to share. Session instructions. Each session has the following sections. The lesson topic section lists the business focus and character quality for this session. Everything you do during this session will relate to these points of focus. The basics or 3 simple things. This section lists your lesson objectives, a short list of what you will accomplish during this session. You might not be able to do everything suggested in the lesson section. Do as much as you can, but focus on the parts that will best help your students understand the basics, or 3 simple things, and the character trait. Welcome and overview. The welcome overview section gives you a short list of things to do as you begin the session. After the first session, meetings begin with sharing completed homework assignments. This provides accountability. Each member knows that the group will ask about her homework. It also reinforces the progress from the prior lesson and leads to a new question for the current lesson. Then the lesson. This section guides you step by step through the session. The parts marked with an arrow symbol like the one pictured give teaching instructions and tips. Boxes, like the one pictured, contain possible responses you might get from your students. When the curriculum suggests something for you to say, it is marked with a dot like the one pictured, and the words are in italics. Closing. This section gives instructions for ending the session. It has 3 parts: recap and review. This part includes a closing question to discuss together and sometimes a suggestion of something you can say to your students before they go. Homework is assigned each week. The assignment is given here so that you can make sure your students know what to do before the next class. Encouragement and prayer. Participants in your group are trying something new. This can be scary. They'll probably be tempted to quit sometimes. End each session by encouraging and affirming them and praying for them. The Bible lesson is a separate section at the end of each session. Some Bible lessons are taught in the middle of the session, others at the end. The lesson will say Bible lesson and business application at the part of the lesson when you should teach it. Even when you teach the Bible lesson in the middle of the session, the details are given at the end of that session's instructions. Don't skip the Bible lesson. It teaches ideas that make the program work well. Each session addresses a character quality and is complemented by Bible passages and stories. Bible lesson B1 sets the foundation for understanding hope. Bible lessons in subsequent sessions focus on a variety of character traits. Each Bible lesson describes how God demonstrates the character trait, tells how we are like Him when we show that trait, gives examples from the Bible of someone with the character trait, explains why the trait is important for business, then provides suggestions for discussion and prayer. Let's talk about how you can start your group. Marketing the Hope Business Program. After choosing an edition of the Hope Business Program and becoming familiar with it, you'll need to gather participants. For those who do not have a group already, an informational meeting can help. Here are a few ideas. Advertise your informational meeting. Ask people you know to invite others. You might create posters or flyers to help spread the word. After welcoming people, read the illustrated story in your edition of the Hope Business Program. This is a great way to give a broad view of what the group will do and build interest. Emphasize the fact that the group will be based on mutual support and encouragement. Give a short explanation of the program. Emphasize that it includes both business and Bible lessons that teach character qualities essential to success in business. Explain the commitment involved, and that homework will be completed between meetings. Make sure the members of your group understand that they must attend every session, do all the homework, and actively participate during meetings if they want to qualify for a microloan from Get Hope Global. Finish your meeting by answering questions. Choose group members who will benefit the most. Select your group carefully. Invite individuals whose lives demonstrate integrity and potential, and look for those who seem motivated to provide for themselves. See the Hope Building Blocks page in your curriculum and the expectations of group members in Chapter 2 of this training document. The ideal size for a Hope group is 7 to 12. This is small enough to have everyone participate in discussions, but is large enough to break into smaller groups for activities. The minimum size is 5. In our next video, we will talk about microloans.